It is Ashley Fissenden from NotJustBoxing here with Mykal Fox. Mykal, immediate reaction to the fight?
Yeah, man. I thought it was a closer fight than what the judges scored it, and then they didn't count the knockdown in the 10th round. I thought maybe in a close fight that would have been the thing to swing it for me, but the scores were very wide. I mean, and then Bohachuk talked about, man, you can't run. I mean, I didn't run from you. That's called boxing. Number one. Number two, when you come in at 159, when we originally agreed at 154, then I moved it to 157. I mean, you got a sizable weight advantage, and you still couldn't take me out. I mean, nah, I thought I did I thought my performance, the score didn't reflect the performance I gave.
Mm-hmm. So 10th round, did they say it was a push?
Yeah, he said it was a push. I didn't push him. How did I push him? I hit him with one hand. I hit him with one hand. With one hand, he's stumbling over my feet. I mean, with southpaw orthodox, you know how that goes. And then he stepped in too hard. I stayed on point. Boom! I caught him with the left hand. Sat him on his back pockets.
Mm-hmm. So, are you happy with your performance?
I mean, I like the performance I gave. We always gonna look at it. It's always stuff we probably could have did better. But I mean, in the heat of a fight, you make adjustments on the fly as it goes. You know what I mean? And like I said, I just felt like I just want my credit. I want credit for my knockdowns, especially when I knocked down the dude that came in at 159. He came in overweight. So I made my middle twice. 54. They called me at Easter and said, man, he's having trouble making weight. Right after Easter, he's having trouble making weight. Can we move it from 54 to 57? I say, okay, give me some extra money and we can do that. Then I get out here Thursday. They said he's not going to make 57. I said, give me some more money. So now we're fighting at middleweight. You know what I mean? I don't think Bohachuk's a bad fighter or anything like that. But I mean, for him to say people ran from him, you don't get to say that when you came in overweight twice. You blew the weight twice.
Mm-hmm. And in terms of the weight, did you feel? Let's talk about his power first. Obviously, you had a high knockout ratio. You took quite a few shots. Nothing too clean though.
Yeah.
Is he the hardest puncher you've been in with?
Believe it or not, no, he's not. I've been hit harder, and you're not going to believe me when I say it was when I was fighting at 140. Still to this day, I think Serhii Bohachuk hit me the hardest I've ever been hit in competition. The hardest I've ever been hit in competition. The hardest I've ever been hit in sparring, Gervonta Tank Davis still holds that title. But in competition, still Serhii Bohachuk. He applies a lot of pressure, and I mean, he doesn't have one-punch knockout power. He has like breakdown power where over the rounds, that's when he gets you up out of there. But no, he didn't just. He ain't just put. I saw what he put a dude away in the first round. I'm like, nah, you're not punching like that. But respect to him, he can hit. He can hit. But it goes how it goes. Man. Thank you to Jetta Promotions. Thank you to Tom Loeffler. They should also, they also have to give me a thanks for giving up all that weight. But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. So I came in here about half an hour before the fight.
Yeah. And
you're moving around. You moved exactly the same in here as you did in there.
Yeah.
Was that the game plan all along?
Yeah, that was the game plan. I know when Bohachuk can put you in one place, he throws a lot of punches. He'll throw a lot of punches, But I watched him fight. I watched his fight with Ishmael Davis, his fight with Virgil Ortiz, the one everybody loved, and I watched his one with Brian Mendoza. And the one thing I saw was like, even when Virgil was kind of in front of him, that's when the fight was really, really competitive. But when Virgil got in his jab and he's moving around, moving and grooving, he was giving Bohachuk fits. So I was like, man, let me try. We got to try to emulate that.
And where do you see the next fight going? Would you potentially want a rematch after?
I mean, if we were to ever do a rematch, make sure he makes 154. If he doesn't make 54, I wouldn't entertain a rematch. I mean, I know things happen, and things like that. But at the same time, I mean, how you gonna be the #1 contender at 154 and you're coming in at 159? You brought me up an entire 12. I fight at 47. You brought me up 12 pounds to fight you. I mean, and on my end, I made the decision to continue with the fight, but yeah, if there was to be a rematch, it would have to be. Let's make 54. You say you can make 50. You want you're number one WBC contender at 54. You just better make the weight. They said he got sick. He was sick of making 154.
So what is next for you?
My promoter just stepped out. They talk about maybe a fight at home in July, and then we'll try our hand again. But like I said, I'm proud of my performance. Of course I wanted to come away with the win, but I went through a lot of adversity for this fight to make this fight happen. So maybe we'll get maybe the universe will shine on me one time and give me an opportunity to just go forward from this.
Well, a lot of respect for you for giving away the weight. I gave away just a few pounds in an amateur fight, and I could feel the weight difference.
Yeah.
And that's just in the amateurs. That's not
right.
with, what were they, 10-ounce gloves or 8-ounce?
No, we did 10 ounces.
10 ounce.
Anything above 47 is automatically 10 ounces.
Got you.
So, so, like I said, I gave up the weight. That was, it was ultimately my decision, but, I think I showed I could compete. I don't like the scores they gave. The score they gave don't reflect the fight that we saw. If people in the crowd had it close. People in the crowd had me winning. I tell you what, world champion Brian Norman Jr. and his father Brian Norman Sr. both in their world championship team. They tell you, man, I got robbed. I won this fight. So I'm going to go back and watch it. I'm going to be hypercritical of myself because that's just how I am. But I got to see what really happened. Even if it was things I know I could have did better, I got to see, did I win this? I felt like I won this.
Well, I wish you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.
Thank you.
Take care, bro.
Thank you.